Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Infinite Weekend Podcast, episode 44. Josh, Zach, what's going on this week?
And our producer in the background.
Yeah, we do have our producer in the background.
We've changed venues. We're at the same home, but now we're in a different space.
Yeah, like we did say, we talked about being mobile.
We've
only been we've moved around.
We're doing small venues.
Right, but it's only been with one square block.
Right.
So, no more outside. The first episode we did was outside. That was nice.
It was nice.
Second one,
it's been
the rain. It had to cut it in half.
Too fucking hot.
And it's been exactly.
God, I like how this time though you have that recliner.
Yeah, so I'm sitting in a recliner. Josh is in a desk chair, and he's sitting over me, looking down.
I lowered it down.
Yeah, so he did a little bit.
I'm a short guy, so I like the tall chair.
So now I'm just kick back. Whoa! Why don't we kick this thing over?
Careful.
Just lay back.
That's a good look.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Is there such thing as too comfortable? That's a good jerk-off chair.
I was just about to say, it's am I going to give a podcast, on the podcast, give jerk-off instruction?
I guess you could. I mean, most of our listeners are male, so they probably have their own setup. But was that "I love you, man" where he said that?
Yeah.
What's this over here?
Jerk off. How does this thing go down? There we go.
There you go. You ever been in a recliner before?
No, I don't.
So funny thing about that chair, I was told when I started doing
First of all, now we've talked about have you jerked off in this chair?
That's for exclusive. You have to pay extra.
Okay, all right. That's behind the paywall.
We need to do OnlyFans where you can learn about other exclusive content that we provide.
Okay.
You just subscribe. It's $10 a month, and you can learn about stuff about us.
I've jerked off in every seat in my house. So even the kitchen stools.
bidet,
the bidet, the stools in the kitchen
while it was on.
Yeah, when I'm on a high top.
Okay. I don't want to swing my feet while I'm doing it.
I do while I'm jerking off.
Usually it's the doctor's
just getting him vinegar strokes, and I'm like, wee,
right there at the end. I like that. No, so funny about that chair is I never had a recliner, but when I started doing blue collar work, I was doing fiber. They were like, "Do you got a Papa Bear chair?" I'm like, "I don't know what that is." And I had a couple of them every man has to have a Papa Bear chair.
Papa Bear chair.
So I was at Big Lots because we couldn't afford a nice one. Okay, well, we could have, but I just didn't want to.
Right.
So I was like, I just need this one. This is great. Of course, she was like, this is the ugliest chair in the world. And then she sat on it. I was like, this is actually really comfortable.
Right.
But it is hideous. We've had it for years now. But it's ugly as shit.
Yeah, whenever you say Papa Bear chair and it's a blue collar worker thing, I'm just picturing Duck Dynasty for some reason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
My neighbor's got a camo
one. Old ass
cool
dude with a beard, and he's drinking some Busch Light, and he's sitting in a camo chair.
It's a cool
lazy
chair.
boy watching his tube flat screen.
Hey, them
TV.
lazy boys are expensive.
Oh yeah. Actually, I went to the furniture store today. I was looking for a new couch.
Shit's still high.
Chair. Yeah, actually, they got a lot of sales going on, right? So it's actually not that bad.
4th of July sales?
Well, yeah, that, but they also have that. Apparently, was it American Signature Furniture? Was what it was?
Yeah, I've been there.
Lane Furniture. Ever heard that before? That brand?
Yeah.
Apparently, they got bought out. They've gone
rogue.
I guess we're in decline, and so American Signature Furniture bought them out. Apparently. So all their shit's 60% off right now. So I was like, yes. So I'm probably gonna go get something from them tomorrow. Okay. I saw something I wanted today, but I didn't have my card on me, so I wanted to come back.
Okay.
But yeah, give me some new. So anyway, that's a little behind the scenes in the life of me.
Hey, I'm proud of it. We bought that couch. Where'd we get that couch upstairs from? Is that Ashley? No.
Ashley sucked.
Furniture Connection. We shopped around for months because they all get something you'll be in 2 stores and they're like, oh, well, they carry it, so do they, but everybody pulls from the same warehouse.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why can't you just have one superstore?
Right.
If you all pull from the same shit.
We should do that.
Actually, I have an idea for
a couch store.
It's funny you said I have an idea for a cool lounge area that I thought would be really badass.
Okay.
Before you got here, I was playing tavern music, D&D tavern music, and I was like, wouldn't it be cool? They do pubs and stuff here in town, it's a bar. It's the same old shit, you know what I mean? Different. So what if they actually had a place you could it's almost like stepping back in time, where you was actually set up like full people. Like, you know, you go visit those pilgrim towns. And there's like people churning butter and shit. Like like they act it out and stuff.
Yeah, what if Jamestown.
Yeah. What if you could do like the Lost Colony of Rodent? What if you could do that, but it was a bar?
I got you.
Where like, and there may already be one of those places I didn't Google.
Like a Lord of the Rings style tavern type
just
thing.
a full on like crazy music, or you could like, anyone want to request? It's like 5 gold coins.
You can have like some ale and a woman.
Ale and a woman, yeah, that's fine. Like those, the whole thing, whatever. And there's an elven chick running around. I don't know. I just think that'd be cool to like step back.
Themed.
It'd be super cool.
Yeah. Could do themed, yeah.
Because you got to figure, like, they just opened that Parlor Donuts here in town, and you'd swear to God they were handing out the Holy Trinity in there. For free, all of it. Because it's slammed and it's just coffee and some weird looking donuts.
I don't know if full on themed taverns would work.
It would work.
I think so. I think it. Yeah, you'd have to go super authentic, not
make it a brothel as well.
Well, I don't mean like that, but I mean like don't go like Disneyland with it.
No, I don't want to do. I'm talking about full on.
Like be as authentic as possible.
Yeah, it's not Disney,
to where it's like wooden benches and stools,
like
and
bar winches.
You actually have a real fire going.
That's what I'm talking about. Full authentic
stuff like that.
Yes,
right. Whenever if you're making the food, it's like if you're making like a stew or whatever, it's like it's actually in a cauldron, so people can smell it.
Yeah, I don't want. Yeah, I want the full thing.
Like that whole thing. Yeah,
I want bar winches.
Right? Exactly.
The whole thing.
You could have like even paid actors like a fight breaks out.
Yeah, the whole thing.
It could be cool.
I think it'd be awesome to have rats in there too.
Well, it's like when we went to that. What was it? Medieval Times or whatever. Basically what that was.
That show we went to.
That show in Vegas, right? So it's basically like that, except you just instead of it being like a dinner show, it's literally just a tavern, just a bar.
Yeah.
Like you just go in and get the experience, and you bounce.
I like how we were there, and that's the only show we went to because we were like, "This sounds like it's up our alley." There's sword fighting and dragons. Like, yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah, exactly.
That was cool. But yeah, I think it'd be neat, and there might be already a place like that. Because I know they do those Dixie Stampedes and all that shit, too, in Gatlinburg.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's probably in, like, the touristy areas. Like, that's the reason I was thinking, like, Disney World.
I think what's happened is it's just a bad idea. That's what I've come to the conclusion of right now. I just caught a lot of flack from you, and then, like, I just don't think it's a good idea.
I'm just saying, I don't think that, it'd be weird to, like, come across, like, something that's themed like that and, like, bumfuck Egypt. You know what I'm saying? Like, random town in Ohio. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if I tell people there's a brothel upstairs, they'll come.
Yeah,
they'll be like, all right, I can get into this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You can try the clientele.
But if you want to be like super authentic, the majority of like the women in those brothels were probably busted, so they probably look really gross.
We can find those.
Just beat up and worn out and used. You know what I'm saying? Tired.
Let's go off my 19-hour shift.
Very haggard woman.
Yeah. Well, she's a bar wench.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
You got to look the part.
Right. Exactly. They're not like sending their best. Let's just say. Probably also back then, like everybody, was unshowered.
Oh,
just
dude.
wore a lot of. I gotta think about that. Like modern day, we shower every day. Sometimes twice a day, depending on what you're doing.
Most people should.
Right.
Do.
Most people should. If you skip a day here and there, if you got to, like if you wake up in the morning, you've got to like do a bunch of yard work. Like, what's the point of taking a shower that morning?
Right.
Take it later in the day or whatever. So I guess still in essence, you're taking one shower a day. But I guess what I meant is not every morning. But back then, like that was not a thing. Like there was no shower.
It's like the Amish, right?
It was too much of a pain in the ass to take a bath every day because you got to, bring the water from the river and you got to warm it up, and then half the probably didn't even warm it up. It was just, and then you got to. It just seems like it's a pain, right?
Yeah.
So people just went unshowered for weeks, months.
The smell in that place,
maybe. And everything's all trapped in like real hide leather and everything.
Yeah, everything's just all the juices are sealed in.
It's got to be gross.
Well, it's like when you go to the theme parks and there's like an Amish family there and they don't like wear stuff that smells. That's fragrance.
They got a potency to them.
It's right
for sure.
It's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty.
So which
potent.
tells me those people that think I've seen them on Instagram. Most of the time it's women. It's not dudes, but they're like, oh, I stopped doing deodorant, and then your natural bacteria eventually.
No.
And they start
bitch.
telling all this bullshit about your natural skin bacteria. And I was like, bitch, you stink. There's no way.
You stink. There's no way.
There's no way.
Everybody's smelt themselves. It's terrible. Like after the gym or being outside,
I've smelled the Amish, so I know you're full of shit.
Yeah, I know. No, sorry. And I don't care what they say. They're like, well, once you get used to it, there's a community of you. Like, no, I don't want to be part of that community.
No.
100% I don't. No. I don't want to smell balls all day. Like,
exactly.
Terrible.
Right. An old fish.
Old fish. Yeah. Thanks, fish sticks. Like, I'm out.
Exactly.
No, thank you. Speaking of medieval times and stuff, I've been looking at, I did this one episode we did man rings and all that stuff. Yeah. I've been looking at some new.
Oh yeah, have you? I know you still got you still got your chain though.
I'm not wearing it right now, but I do have my chain still. I did almost buy a ring at Kohl's that one day. They had a really cool like St. Michael ring. It was really badass looking. And these all these cool little man rings.
Okay.
But I made fun of Zach. Yeah, but he doesn't want me using his full name. That guy. I was making fun of him one day because he had beads on, bracelets.
CIA's looking for him.
Yeah, so he had beaded bracelets, and I was like, those are really gay. But after he walked off, I was like, fuck, those are kind of cool.
He slowly puts his puka shells back in his pocket.
So he tucks them back in.
He thought he was gay.
So I was looking at him the other day. I was like, I think I might order some of those. Have you seen them? Dude, they're badass. They're just like these cool, like, I guess would you call them like earthy? You can get like different materials on them. They're just like these cool little beaded bracelets, and you can like stack 3 of them or 2 or 1. I was like, I'm kind of into this. I think I want one.
Okay.
So I'm going to try them.
What you got going on there?
That's my Fitbit.
Okay, that's your Fitbit. Okay. That's fine.
I've had this now. I've recorded this every time.
I got you.
That's just my Fitbit. I'm a big fan of Fitbits. I told y'all that last
when I got my smartwatch right here.
This is not a smartwatch. I don't.
So I think I might go back to the Fitbit thing too.
I keep it simple.
But I don't know. I just
well, I was telling Kyle, I was like, I want to do I need to do something. I just want to do something different. Like
spruce it up, I guess.
Do something different. Why not?
Okay. I guess my thing is like I have a morning ritual essentially, and just it's
not going to add 15 minutes to your day.
I know, but it just like it just cracks me up. Me imagining standing there in front of the mirror, being like putting on the ring.
I don't think I would do it in front of the mirror. I'd already be dressed.
I know, but
I'm not just gonna have my rings on naked.
This is for me. This is what I'm imagining, like me doing. I just can't imagine.
Well, you have face lotions and stuff, don't you?
That. Yeah.
Okay, well, you just add.
Yeah, but that's essentially hygiene. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to do.
Have you tried this? Have you started doing the serums yet? The retinol and all that stuff.
Ointments and creams.
Yeah.
No, not really. Well, I do minoxidil, right?
I don't know what the fuck that is.
That's what for the facial hair.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Tell difference yet? I mean, your mustache and beard is coming in.
Yeah, that's
pretty serious.
That's much better, but yeah, it is, but it's still not quite filled in. The gap,
truthfully,
so I just keep it shaved.
Truthfully, no homo. Your face actually has kind of a glow to it. It's like not weird, but you know what I mean. Like it looks clean. Like I'm not saying you look dirty. I'm just being like it. I don't know if that's part of it, but it's.
I think I'm going to go.
That's cleaned
this
up.
This particular style right here until I can actually grow on the cheeks is pretty much what I'm going to stick to.
Because you shave this, right?
Yeah,
there's literally no redness to your face.
Yeah,
it's
completely.
It's pretty impressive.
But
I'm not gonna take him to dinner. I'm just saying.
You trying to fuck me?
I fed you before. Check, man.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go with the Tony Stark basically right now.
It's not a bad look.
I'm gonna stick with this. I actually did this morning because I was just doing the goatee for a bit.
Yeah.
And it just looked like it doesn't really fill in that well right here on the sides from the edge of the mustache down to the the chin. So I was kind of like, it just looks kind of like disheveled. I don't know. It just looks kind of dirty to me. I don't know. Yeah. Like I don't know, eating out Sasquatch's ass or something like that. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Just have that hair right around here.
What is it? What was that thing I called it? A bearded balloon knot? What was it called?
I don't know. It's like a furry balloon knot or something.
Furry balloon. I made a comment about it. It was so funny the other day.
So I wanted to do this and like cut it up so it's like neater.
So let me ask you this as a middle-aged man. Do you like your self-care routine? Like after you started really doing all that and like
I don't have a very mine's very simple. I'm just kind of like
I've been really into it lately.
I don't do a whole I don't do a skincare routine, to put it that way.
Oh. I'm gonna say I've been really into the whole
besides just lotion whenever I
I've been I'll do every couple of days I'll do like a retinol and anti-aging stuff and like really get after it. Yeah.
I don't do that. No. I'm actually getting a couple of gray hairs up here on the top, I noticed.
Hey.
So that's
women are into that salt and pepper look.
Well, I have never been particularly focused on my appearance, which is, I think there's been.
I think we care more as we get older.
Well, I think there's been instances to where I don't think it's necessarily older, but I think it's like I feel like that's something I do need to care about now. Well, maybe it
now
is
that you're a manager.
Well, no, not necessarily, but I think it's because when you're young, you're just like you just have
you're
youth on your side.
You're just gross,
right? Well, no, I'm saying that you're not gross. I'm saying you're young, so you don't. There's not a lot you have to do to look good because you're young, you're youthful, or whatever. But as you get older and fatter, and in my case,
I can't say
you can't say that because but for us normies, for the rest of us, right?
Because truthfully, I feel better appearance wise now than I did when I was young. Now I did have a great jawline.
I think maybe. Well, I'm sure that's probably true for you, but I think probably for me and the 99% of other people that are like me, they just get older and grosser and fatter. I think I care less. Like when I was younger, you're more self-conscious and blah blah blah. I think I just care less, and so if I care less about I guess I take care of myself. It's not like I don't care about my parents.
No, I know exactly what you mean.
I'm saying is I care less about people's opinion.
See, and I care more now.
I care less about people's opinion, so I have a better view of myself these days than I did back then.
I think now it's not so much what other people. I guess I do need like that validation from other folks sometimes. Like I just can't help it. It's just how I am. But yeah, like I care a lot more now about self appearance than I used to.
Well, just put it this way, I trimmed up and shaved up and looked in the mirror. I was like, oh, I look pretty good. And then I went and jerked off because I was like,
see, I think that's a great way to be.
Like, you look good.
That's
I'm gonna go
positive reinforcement.
I'm gonna go please you.
So you
deserve it.
So you're still abusing yourself.
I looked in the mirror and I poked the mirror. I was like, you deserve this.
You deserve this.
Nyah.
Okay, and you put it on the mirror. Right. I get it. I like how we always swing back to that. Everybody's like, is that what I to talk about? I'm like, yeah. I don't partake that much
because it's funny. Yeah, I mean, ebbs and flows.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
I haven't been on social media in almost a month.
Social media is getting on my nerves.
So I know I've on the show I've talked about where I went like cold turkey for like a week, but this is the longest I've gone. Like I don't have it on anything.
Well, I'm not going to do the cold turkey thing. I just can't. I can't do cold
I didn't think I could, but I was at a point where I had to. Like it was getting absurd as far as the amount of time I was spending on it.
Well, we talked about that,
and it was changing my mood a lot. So
yeah, I think my thing is like what I'm not doing is, and I just basically set like times on my
that's
silencing it or whatever during certain times of the day. What I noticed what I was doing is that when I'd get up in the morning, I immediately just run right over to it and just scroll.
Saying, dude. Yeah.
And then especially whenever I didn't have to be worked that day, if it was on the weekend, I'd do the same thing. I'd get up. Well, now I don't have no reason to stop because I got to go to work.
Yeah.
And so I would sometimes just lay there and it'd be hours before I actually got up and gone on about my day because I'm fucking scrolling through bullshit. So I was like,
you can't retain any of it. Like you don't remember even what you looked at.
Right. And it's just half of it is just. It's not like
it's beautiful.
I enjoy it while I'm doing it, but then once I stop, that's the thing. It's like when you're scrolling, it's a lot of it's all stuff that I like. I'm interested in. Not all of it is just ass and memes. Sometimes really I follow a lot of accounts that's like informational or nerdy or whatever, sciencey kind of bullshit or whatever, or articles in politics and all this kind of stuff.
You go from twerking to Our Planet,
dude. It's all over the place. So pretty much everything I'm interested in, obviously, would be on my Instagram feed. So I have to do the silencing thing to where it doesn't notify me of people sending me things or commenting or whatever from a certain time period. So I don't get any notifications up until 9 a.m. By then, I'm up and out and about and doing my thing.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't. I think that's helped because it's not like while I'm doing it, I'm not enjoying it. It's just whenever I stop and then I look at the clock, I'm like, fuck, it's almost noon. What the hell? You know what I mean?
Right.
I haven't even started my day. I'm still sitting here scrolling aimlessly.
I'll make sure my moose knuckle is not showing before you take pictures. Not to interrupt you, Zach.
Just turn your moose knuckle away.
I'm proud of these shorts.
Oh, okay.
Been working out a lot, man. I gotta get these legs in these pictures.
Flex. They got a lot of stretch in the opening.
To be honest, they actually do. If you need some shorts that are great, these are from Sam's. Shout out to Sam's Club. They do these are the Gap shorts.
Right.
I bought 3 pairs. They're wonderful.
I'm not buying any clothes until I settle into a weight.
These have a drawstring. You're welcome.
That's helpful, but
You're welcome.
well, okay, I guess
You see, I got you on the elastic and draw.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck,
I'm very particular.
Maybe I'll consider it. Well, so
Very
am I,
particular.
because once I find something that, like I bought a workout. That's the thing, I guess, too, about getting older, about shopping for clothes. I bought a workout tank top. I usually don't like to work out in tank tops. I'm uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. But I got one from Amazon. I got one. I usually don't buy clothes from Amazon. And dude, it fits great. So now I'm like, now I have to buy 5 of them.
Right.
Because once you find something awesome, you got to get a bunch of them. Same with these shorts. Because I normally don't like every pair of shorts. I'm picky, and these are hit it.
Yeah, I'm pretty much, I do the same thing. Although I haven't quite found, there's some work clothes that I've bought off Amazon that
okay. Do you do the try and fit where you can send it back?
Yeah, the try
it before you buy it?
Yeah.
Okay. I've never done that.
Most of the time I end up, I try, and I'm like, these don't quite fit, but maybe I'll fit into them later.
So you should just buy them.
And so I just end up buying, and so I've rarely ever returned. The only thing I did do is I did return shoes. I'll do a try before you buy on shoes.
I haven't done that. I need to try this.
But the thing about shoes is, you can't, like, the styling may be cool, but you have no idea how they're actually going to feel when you put them on.
Right.
By just looking at pictures. And so even if there's a particular brand that you like, it may not be the same across different stylings of the same type of shoe. Like, not all Nikes fit the same. It depends if you're getting Air Max or regulars or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though it's Nike and you like Nike and Nike fits well.
Vans all fit the same.
Vans all fit the same. Unless it's something that's like that, because they have the same exact style across their entire brand. It's all one style of shoe. Although they did come out, I saw Vans the other day at Kohl's. They had more of a tennis shoe style shoe.
Yeah, it's got like the little air pad in or whatever.
Yeah, and it's white, all white, and had the black stripe.
Did you try it on?
Vans stripe. I tried it on, and I was like, I'm into this. I dig this. Only problem is I don't think they haven't quite figured out the heel. My heel rubs in it because I don't think they kind of built it like a Van, but it's a tennis shoe now. I think it wears differently, so you have to do the heels has to be done because it's changed.
You need some shape ups.
Something.
I told you that when we go to Vegas, wear shape ups.
That's why you laugh, but I actually tried on Skechers today.
Oh, no,
I shit you not, because
you're never going to get laid again.
We're going to be going to Vegas.
I know.
I'm also going to Disney with my siblings. Listen, I'm going to Disney with my siblings in September-ish.
Oh, nice.
Right? And it's going to fuck ton of walking. I need to be prepared for this.
That's
right?
true.
So I don't care. I care not about like what it looks like. Well, I'm gonna make sure.
I know we don't care what people think.
I don't want to look like I
escaped
a nursing home, but you know what I'm saying. They're going to. They're going to have to be. They're going to have to be. Like,
there's no such thing as a cool Sketcher. They're fucking
as long as they're not just absolutely fucking hideous.
And I wear Crocs.
If they can look a certain way to where they don't look as old.
Well, let me ask you this. Was it comfortable?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck yeah, it was comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
It's like walking on a Nimbus.
Yeah, dude. I don't care what I got to do because, like, there's no way I'm wearing like Vans walking Vegas. Around Vegas.
So it's funny you say that. I did a ruck with my vest for 2 miles in Vans. Worst mistake of my life.
Yeah.
My feet hurt for a week.
Yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying.
There's no support. I work out in them because it's lifting. I'm not running, but they are the worst shoe for exercise.
Well, and I got high arches too, so it immediately, it just not going to last.
Skechers.
So I've got, it don't have to be Skechers, but
you're going to be picking up some ladies, I feel like, this year. I'm going
to do a little research, and I'm going to try to find I may even go to that Fleet Feet to where you can actually try. They can.
My parents have been there.
I did it once for running shoes, but I'm like, listen, I need something for walking, long distance. I'm going to be walking 20 miles a day.
I want to be the new anti-poon.
Exactly. I need something that's built for stamina, but also I need to be able to get laid in these shoes.
You know what she's going to tell you? We have some Skechers here in the back.
Yeah, probably. And if it's Skechers, that's fine.
Or she'll be like, here we go with this shit again. Another virgin.
If it's Skechers, then it's going to be Skechers.
You know what? You should wear those to the club, and they'll probably pay you.
I don't give a shit.
They'll pay you. It won't be you paying them. They'll be like, Skechers? He's confident.
Yeah, this is confident. Practical shoes. right?
Long distance walker,
right? Exactly. He's
got a 401k.
He's got to be like wealthy because only a wealthy dude would come into this club with Skechers on.
He flew his helicopter here,
like pulling a Mark Zuckerberg type thing.
Yeah,
you know?
That's right.
Right. I should wear a hoodie just to complete the ensemble. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck a hoodie, wear a turtleneck.
A turtleneck.
Fuck it up, man.
No. A short sleeve button down shirt.
Fuck. I had a friend who used to wear those a lot.
With it the second to last button up and a white T-shirt under it.
Hey, where are we at on the tattoo this year?
And then I'll wear like some khaki shorts. Boom. And then some tall knee socks. And then there you go. Ugh. Full dad.
45 minutes to get ready. We need to are you going to have a tattoo ready and done by then?
I don't know. Actually, I was thinking about that today as well. I get these like wild hairs when I'm driving around. I'll see a tattoo shop and I was just like, what if I just went in there and just like fucking got one right now? But I can't because I know you would be pissed.
Well, I wouldn't be pissed. I'd be pissed that I wasn't there.
Right.
But I would be beyond excited.
Right.
Like I would be the hyped up man that day. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I know.
I'm jonesing for one.
I still don't quite know what I want to get, but I think I'm just going to be like, whatever.
I haven't got one in 2 months, and it's bothering me. I want one bad.
You're going to run out of space.
I want one bad.
It's going to be all legs. Are you going to like keep doing your legs to where they're just black?
So they'll be filled in. Like that one is on its way. But yeah, both will be filled in. Earmuffs back here. And so then I'm probably going to, I've still got room on the front, but my whole back's open except for like 2 spots.
Yeah.
So I would actually want to get a back piece. I just don't know what I would get. So that may be something I venture toward as well.
I probably won't ever get to this point.
This has taken me since 18. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It takes a while, man. But once you get built up some momentum, you're like, fuck. I don't
know if I want to have that many.
It's okay.
But that's just me. I may just be a one and done. Who knows?
I've seen people just do a one and done. Oh. So
I need to figure something out. I feel like it's probably going to end up being something nerdy.
That Lord of the Rings one you sent me was badass.
I dig that one.
I do too.
But I feel like that one, I don't know. I don't know if that's I feel like that's a later one.
What makes it a later one?
I don't know, because of where I want to put it.
Oh, okay.
And I don't want that to be my first. It's on my forearm.
Yeah, because if you show up with some Skechers shape ups and a tattoo, shit's gonna go down. Well, someone's buying you a drink. It's not gonna be me.
No, I'm gonna look like a convict that just got on parole, and those were the clothes that they gave him. Because it was like 20 years ago, and like his old clothes, like they lost them. It's like so they just gave him some generic clothes, and it's like some khakis and a white tee,
they wouldn't have lost
and some
found.
Skechers, right? Exactly. But I have all these tattoos. That's what I look like,
dude. That might be the new hotness when we get there. I think I should get you some Keds, or what are they? Oshkosh Bagosh, those little sandals back in the day. Well, Kylie told me they're making a comeback with those.
I feel like Post Malone would wear Skechers.
He probably does.
You know what I'm saying?
You said the potato shoes? Those damn ugly ass Birkenstocks?
Like those. Look like a burlap sack wrapped around your feet. Yeah.
It's like a saddle.
It looks stupid.
They're ugly as shit.
Yeah. What were those shoes that we were talking about last time?
Oh, the Wallabies.
No, not what are they called? Yeah, Wallabies. Yeah,
my buddy messaged me about he said, by the way, that was Aaron messaged us and said that our podcast was awesome. And he said, those are called Wallabies, bro. He's like, those are cool.
I remember those shits.
I never got them. They were too expensive.
Yeah, they were too preppy for me.
They're like $160 pair of shoes, man.
Yeah, I was.
And they were made of like real beeswax or some shit we talked about.
Yeah, dude, I was wearing.
I missed the 90s.
I was wearing
early 2000s.
New Balance. When New Balance came out, that was the new hotness. That's what I wore a lot.
C Daddy's got some New Balances right now. He's rocking at work.
Fuck, we got some weather this time.
It's rain. We're not outside this time, people.
It's not that bad. Yeah.
Look, old boy here's getting nervous. He don't like storms.
You don't like it, yeah.
100 pounds and he's scared to death. Puss.
Big old bitch.
You wouldn't know it. He's like a rabbit.
We're talking about his dog, by the
way. Yeah. My daughter's sleeping. She's not,
right, not his child.
She's not 100 pounds. I think...
Actually, I would have no idea. Like, that's another thing. Being a single dude with no kids, I have a hard time, like, looking at a child and being like, oh, yeah, she's 8. Like, I have no idea.
Yeah, so...
I have no idea how to age children.
Well... what's scary
or weight. Be like, oh, yeah. I would look at, like, an 8-year-old and be like, oh, yeah, 140? I have no idea.
Fuck. No, like, Harper... think she's like 67.
Damn.
68
Okay.
pounds.
That's much.
But
okay.
she's 7. But she's pretty stout for her age group. She's
so 7-8-year-olds are around 50 pounds probably.
I'd say between nowadays, like a little more than that, but yeah, probably between 55 and 60, 65 pounds, like average. That may be big, I don't know, but most kids are fat. Okay. So
I got you.
But yeah, you have no idea.
I guess I have to go
hilarious.
Based off me, like, oh, this child looks like it's a third of me.
There you go. Well, what sucks is about you said you can't tell is when they're in this age they are now, and then they get to like teen. Then when they get to that upper teenage, you have no idea even how old they are anymore. It's scary. You gotta be really careful.
Yes, pretty much.
Yep, that's 5 to 10. You don't want to get caught.
Yeah, I know. And I just assume everyone's too young.
That's
you know
if you see a tattoo, you're probably safe.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Look for a wedding ring or something, or a promise ring.
Something, right? Exactly.
Something.
C-section scar. Right? No, you can't really do that.
Can you lift your shirt up?
Right,
Thank you.
Okay, all right, good.
Or if she walks by and she looks like rough, you're like, you're probably older.
Yeah, exactly right. Look,
you gave up.
Haggard. You look haggard.
You look haggard. You gave up. So you're probably old enough.
If they still have the twinkle, like the light in their eye, then they're too young for you, bro.
Young for me, yeah. If they look mad or they just got out of bed and they had to get up, they're like, yeah, she's fine.
That used to be. That was the thing that went around for a while. I can't remember when, but it was like someone would say something like that. She's too young for you, bro. Right? Oh my God.
Yeah, you can't tell, man. It's scary.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I guess we can't, even being parents, I can't gauge how old a kid is. I've been off before too. Like, I was like, what?
Yeah, I know.
We talked about that today with people not having kids and stuff. Like
specifically girls, though. That's like you're right. Whenever I guess when they are teenager to like early 20s, it's a fucking crapshoot. You have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times, which is spooky. So that's the reason why I just stick with my rule. Anybody under 25 is an idiot. Stay away from them. Right.
That's true. Yeah, and then it's still hit and miss because we have some friends that they're in their 20s, like 25, 26, and they're pretty all right. And then we got some down the road from us like 21 that I can't stand.
Right.
They're all retarded.
See?
But there again, like, well, I've tried to, because we used to get upset about, them having like parties and all this stuff. But then I was talking to our neighbors that we're real close with. I was like, I said, maybe we're just being the old men. Like, I didn't do a lot of partying in my 20s. So I'm like, maybe they're just like, if I was spoiled rotten and like,
I was them.
The parent bought me a house and I'm living in it, like all this cool shit, like I'd probably act like a fool. Like sometimes I do shit that I didn't do at 21, but
their parents bought them that house?
I don't know all the details, but I know they didn't buy it. I think it's like, hey, I'm buying this house, you can rent it from me. Like a family thing.
Well, I say, because at their age, I've rented quite a few houses, but it was like
it wasn't fixed up and
I couldn't afford
nice like that.
I lived in a nice fixed up house.
I thought you lived in that shithole.
No, I lived in some nice places, but we had there was like.
Oh, there's like, I don't know how many. There's like 9 of them.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me ask you, did you always have your shirt off? Huh? Is that a thing? Did you always have your shirts off?
Well, no, not really.
Okay.
I didn't.
These guys up the road always.
I don't remember always having my shirt off.
These guys up the road do that. They always have their shirts off.
No, I wasn't big into.
Like, I mean, like just. No. Well, it'd be like right now, it'd be like you and me doing this podcast and our shirts will be off.
Yeah, no, I wasn't into just like casually walking around without a shirt.
That's what it is.
Now, clothes did come off quite frequently with dares and bets and.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know if they're doing that or not.
But I did quite a lot of streaking back in the day.
Okay. Did you really? Mm-hmm. You didn't feel it didn't bother you at all to be naked in front of people? No. I just can't do that.
Oh yeah, we used to play.
I can be naked in front of my wife, but I can't be naked in front of people.
We used to play beer pong, and one of the best things, one of the easiest ways to, I don't know, make a move, if that makes sense. This is something we just end up doing. Is you play with a girl and be like, you would set up with your buddy, whereas like if you lose, then y'all gotta like make out. Make out is what you eventually get to. But you lead up to it. You're like, okay, if you guys lose, then you have to like take off your shirt or whatever. And so we would lose.
Trying to see some titties.
We see some titties. We were trying to see some titties, right? And so that would work. But then if you was savvy enough about it, and this happens a couple of times. It's happened to me a couple of times, where you're trying to get your buddy partnered with a girl that he likes, and then you plan it out to where you lead up to. Oh, you guys got to make out if you lose, and we'll make out if we lose, and it's
like a wingman,
and then like a wingman kind of thing. And then of course you can't act like you completely throw in the game, but you basically throw the game so that you do lose, and then that happens. But I had no problem losing whenever it was something bad.
Make out with chicks?
I dropped trout and was swinging dick all the time. All the time. I didn't care.
Mine's not really big enough to swing around. I don't know how that would.
I got fully naked and streaked around my house in the snow. It was in the winter, and streaked around my house in the snow. One of them, I lost a beer pong and had to go to. This was in public. It was granted. It was super late, and it was a really divey, shitty bar, and there wasn't that many people there. But there was still some people there. There were still some people there. But the bet is that if me and my buddy lost, that we had to drop our pants and our underwear down to our ankles, waddle over to the bar and order a drink, and that's exactly what happened.
What the fuck, man? You can get that's like a dot on the map if you get in trouble for like
I know.
You're going to be labeled as a pedophile.
I know.
Or not a pedophile, excuse me, but you'll be like a sexual offender.
This was a frequent bar we went to, and they were all cool about it. Believe me, that was probably the definitely not the worst thing that happened in that bar, for sure.
God, I've just never streaked. I could not.
It was a really shitty place.
There's no way I could be naked in front of people. I would be so uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, and and bro, like I'm a grower, not a shower, so like I didn't have a whole lot to like.
I'm just saying.
Present.
I'm just saying. Like,
so it wasn't like, but I just alcohol's a hell of a drug. I'm just saying.
I've never been that comfortable to just be like, yeah, I'm just going to get naked. Like, I would be just like...
Yeah, that's what the alcohol's for.
I'd be scared. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't even Porky Pig it. I wouldn't be able to do... Underwear I could do, but I can't. There's no way.
Winnie the Pooh situation? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I used to do that kind of crap all the time.
Wow, good for you. You really lived it up.
And peer pressure worked on me really well, so it wasn't just like...
But it was other people naked too, or is this you?
No, it was other people too, but
God.
I was usually one of the...
I guess I'm just boring.
I was usually one of
leaders,
pioneers.
You're not a follower.
Pioneers in getting naked in the night. Yeah.
Wow.
But like I said, it wasn't just that. Other stuff like
I've never played.
I'd lose, or people would just be like, "I bet you won't eat this," and I would eat it.
I've never played.
It'd be like, chugging a garlic sauce from whatever, or eating I did cinnamon challenges a bajillion times and all that kind of stuff.
I've never played beer pong.
Beer pong's awesome.
Oh my god, it's so much fun.
I've never played.
It's awesome. You've never played beer pong?
I've never played beer pong. So you got to figure. So like, I didn't go to my first bar until I was 22. She took me. A first real bar. I never went. I was a loser, I guess. I just never fucking did anything.
No, you were
scared to death of getting in trouble all the time.
You were a good person that took care of himself.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
while the rest of us,
now don't get me wrong. Like, I had
immoral degenerates trashing our bodies.
I mean, I hung out with Garrett, and then like we would, you have drinks at the shed or whatever. Like we stay the night. Like they had a couple of beers, and I would do like Smirnoff.
Yeah, so I mean,
the shed. It was the shop. We hang out in the shop. Anyway, that's what I would do. But like that's it. And I would never went out late. I had a strict curfew for years. Like I worked. I just never got involved in nothing. Hell, I didn't. Even when I was in a fraternity, I went to one house party.
Really?
And I felt awkward. Like I don't know. Like it's just not my thing.
Fuck, I went to my first one before I was even in. I wasn't even a pledge. I was just a prospect.
Nope.
And I went to one. I guess that's not supposed to say. I don't know what the fucking rules are there, but I went to one. Well, I'm just saying. I think I wasn't supposed to be at that party. I'm not quite sure. Well, I was definitely underage.
Yeah.
But I went to my first like frat party.
It wasn't
and
my
everybody
thing.
was in. It was a themed thing, and it was called Boxer Bash, and everybody was in basically like nice attire, like they're going to a formal.
Yeah.
He said they would not have pants on.
And the women do this too?
The women would do it too. And so the women, being that they're not wearing like shirts and sport coats like guys are, they normally are wearing like, dinner gowns or whatever, right? So if they were to not wear pants, what would they be wearing instead? Right? They would just take the dress off and they would just be wearing lingerie the entire time. So it was like
it's a lot for a young man to handle.
Like women in lingerie, a bunch of dudes in sport coats and boxers because you had to wear boxers.
See, I hear shit like that, and I feel like I missed out.
Sometimes I wore boxer briefs, so I wore boxer briefs.
Smart man.
And right, and yeah, and so like this is literally, I think, the first semester in college. I'm newly out of the house.
Being homeschooled.
Right.
Being homeschooled.
And, I went to high school. I went to public school. Shut the fuck up. I was already doing stuff then. But I'm just saying, this is like first big real party that was like this, to where it was like, it wasn't just a bunch of, high schoolers. It was freshmen, sophomore, senior, men and women.
A real men gathering.
Right? And it was like, I saw that for the first time. And also, everybody was just shoving beers in my face, and I just got smashed. And so it was just like, this is the greatest thing ever. I was hooked. I hear shit like that, and I'm like, I need to go do this. Like, I need to go do this. Playing beer games, and then everybody having a good time, and singing and hollering and karaoke.
That's probably why when we traveled, when we went to the big city together, like I just lost my fucking mind because I just never. And then like never did beer pong. I never did. Like I went to a house party. It was just awkward. Like it may be my fault, but like. Hell, now if I'm watching a movie and there's a party, I've told her before, like, I want to go fucking party. And, of course, like, I'm old now compared to going to a college party, but like.
Yeah, see, I see that now and I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, see, like, I see it and I'm like, oh, yeah. Like, I just.
Let's rage.
And of course, I'm like, no.
I can't do those anymore. Maybe I can make an exception and we can, if you want to, now, you can rage and I can let it out again.
You're going to drink with me in October because last time I'm such a lightweight. I was already ahead of you.
Yeah.
But it takes you longer to get caught up to where I was.
Oh, yeah.
It takes me 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let you go first.
Well, see, and that night I also didn't want to get like really drunk because
new city.
You were in a new environment. And so I felt like I didn't know how that was going to go. So I needed to make sure I was steady enough to be able to if shit got crazy, I need to have the mind to be able to handle the situation. If I was trash, then it would have just been like everything you said would have been a great fucking idea, and I'm like, yeah, do it. You know what I mean? And I knew that just was not a thing we needed to do. So
we'll save that for this year,
and for my sake too. Like
that's true. That's true. You still got to make the mortgage.
Right, exactly. Like I'm on a work thing, and I'm in a city that
we don't know.
I don't know. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I need to not go completely crazy here because I don't have people that I can call. Be like, hey man,
I did
come get me.
Yeah, like I've never played beer. Yeah, I guess I was just like a stick in the mud. I don't know. I truthfully didn't want to go to college to begin with.
Yeah,
I didn't want to go.
I didn't want to go.
I wanted just to work, to be honest. No. I didn't want to go, but I was kind of put in a spot where it's like the military route I couldn't do, and it was kind of like, and I'm not mechanically inclined, so I couldn't go to a trade school. I would be fucking miserable there too. So it was like, you got to do something, dude.
Yeah, that was kind of my thing.
So I can't be a professional car washer.
Yeah.
At the time, what I was doing, so all my friends were going, to Austin Peay. So I was like, I guess I'm going to go to school and. I mean, all I know at this point, all you know is school. So it's like, it's comfortable. Like, so I'm just going to go to 13th grade.
That's exactly.
And as soon as I love how they're like, college, it's going to be so much different. You have a lot of freedoms. And I get there and it's literally, I'm doing the same shit I was doing, except I don't have to go to class.
Yeah, but see, here's the problem. Is it was like 13th grade, but I had more freedom. And I didn't.
And free t-shirts and
technically, I was not, it's not like truancy. I wasn't obligated to go.
Yeah.
So of course I fucked it off.
Oh yeah.
Like,
when I found out,
and so I just was terrible. I never went to class. I didn't do half my shit. I still sometimes have dreams, semi nightmares, to where I wake up. I'm in the dream. I go back to school, right? But I guess signed up for classes or whatever, but then I never actually go to my first like week or two of classes. Yeah. And then I finally show up and I'm completely behind and it stresses me the fuck out. And so I was like, fuck this. And I bounce. And so I just never go back to school.
Okay.
Right? So that I've actually had that dream multiple times.
I'm glad you took this route. We'll bounce around. Do you have dreams often? Like crazy ass dreams often, or is it very few and far between?
If I remember them at all. Actually, I want to say that like the last time, last dream that I remember having was that crazy one with my ex where I was in the fucking bleachers in a bar or whatever. Remember that? And she was a cat.
That's right. And you wanted to actually call her.
Yeah.
That's right. I remember that.
That's the last dream that I remember. That's the last dream that I remember.
So the last dream I had, because I always have the wildest shit. It's always banana sandwich. So I was telling her, because we always like share them the next morning. So I had one. I was like, dude, I said, I had an incredible dream. And of course she's like, what? And I was like, so first off, like mine shifts. Like I have like high quality dream by transition. There's a lot of smooth editing, transitioning.
Swap genres.
Yeah, it immediately swap genres. I was one where I'm usually like fighting something or shooting at someone for some reason. I'm always geared up. It just LARPing is our friend
Stolen
calls
Valor.
it. Stolen Valor. That's what my friend calls it. Yeah. Stolen Valor. So dick. So this dream, it was kind of like that. Well, then it shifted. So I'm on a cliffside.
Operator Chic.
Yeah, operator. That's really good. I'll just let him know that. He'll hear it tomorrow. So he's, I'm on this cliffside, and I'm like, so I knew it shifted. Like, it shifted. It's my dream. I know it shifted. I'm like, cool. Well, I look over this little cliff, and it's like a Grand Canyon sized cliff.
Yeah.
And it's probably, I don't know, the evening time, and there's like I see these 3 winged beings, and I'm like, I don't know if it's an angel. I don't know if it's a I have no idea what I'm getting up to yet. So I walk up, and it's comfortable enough, like, I feel like we all know each other, but I don't know their names. Mm-hmm. And it's these 3 winged, and I blame those dudes I work with in that damn Diablo 4, they got that Lilith chick's like a demonic woman. Well, these are like 3 winged women.
Right.
Not like mean in nature. Like they don't look demonic. They just look like beautiful women with wings, like dragon bat-like wings. I'm like, what's going on here?
Succubus.
Well, some are jumping off the cliff. I'm like, holy shit, this is not going to be good. Well, me, and your dreams are always cooler than you think you are. I'm like, what's going on here? Well, I was like, I'm into this. Like, I want to jump off the cliff.
Right.
I don't have wings. I didn't have any wings at the time. So she, like, holds me, and I'm like, this is going to be crazy. So we're on the cliffside. I'm looking down off the cliff, and she's holding me.
How does she hold you? Like
she's behind
baby?
me. No, she's behind. Yeah.
Okay,
well,
so she, like, scoops you up?
No, not like this. She's, like, holding me around I think it was my waist.
Like
so I can,
like a tandem, like you're doing a tandem skydive.
Yeah, we're doing a tandem winged jump, if you will. So she's got me, and I'm like, I don't know. So as we leap, she leaps out and the wings open. Well, this is the best part. As she leaps, there's a rap song playing. Like, and it just, let me find it. It like fires up. And then I can out loud in my dream remember saying, I love this song. And then I'll get to it's really, I'm so weird. I'm all fucked up.
This has got some serious production value. You've got like a score. You've got some.
I do.
You've got dialogue. You've got set directions.
Dude, yeah, like I had a mark.
Right.
Yeah.
Choreography. You've got a stunt double.
Here it is. So this is a song that came on, and I don't know why this one came on. Let me make sure this advertisement's probably going to play. Yeah, let me get this advertisement real quick. And there was nothing in context to why this one started playing. And I didn't listen to the song in years, and I don't know why it came on. But it's this one?
Yeah.
Like, this is playing as I leap off. So
that's a weird one.
I know.
That's not an action song
I know.
either.
I shit you not. So I'm...
Okay.
Yeah.
Show me what you're working with. And you just dive off into the Grand Canyon.
So we jump off, and I'm in mid-flight. I'm like, I love this song. And, dude, we go straight down. I can feel, like, the wind on my face. And we land... we're plummeting down. And we, like, bank back up, and I wake up. And I was like, shit. Because you know what's probably going to happen? We're probably going to have sex. Like, that's where those dreams always go. Right. I was going to have sex with, like, a winged lady.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's
with that song playing.
With that song playing. And I don't even know if she had a big... I have no idea. I don't know. It was fucked up. I woke up. Of course, Kylie's like, what the fuck are you... I was like, I have no idea.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Like, it
probably is like somebody was talking about Diablo. Maybe that you had heard that on the radio or
I heard
on
that
a movie
song
or something.
in years. Now, I listen to a lot of, like... It's funny that our neighbor asked us, like... She asked me, what... I need, like, a gym playlist. And I was like, I listen to Megan Thee Stallion. Like, I like them raunchy... ghetto women when they rap. I can't help it. I fucking love it.
No, I do. I admittedly,
and they say some horrendous things.
I do listen to a lot of like I don't know, house and pop and techno and all that kind of shit.
Like some dubstep.
Nah, no, dubstep's too. I don't know, mechanical. I'm not into dubstep.
Okay.
Something a little bit more with a little bit of a melody, not all just beats.
Okay.
That's what I mostly listen to in the gym.
Yeah, that's what I was telling her. But yeah, I don't know where that song came from. I don't know what. Nobody was twerking. It was like it wasn't a house party. I have no idea.
I feel like isn't that what most people listen to? Is like anything with a beat, like hip hop type thing.
Yeah,
like who is going to the gym listening to like Celine Dion? You know what I mean?
So it's funny you say that. I have listened to slow music when I was warming up, like stretching.
Okay,
and I don't think I was having a bad day, and I put on something soft and like something I would listen to like. Relax. I don't know. Just it was something like Celine Dion. I have Celine Dion music, but like that's what I was listening to. And then I kind of had to like, all right, I got to change this shit.
Okay.
I can't be getting down to Michael Bublé when I'm lifting.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, right.
But I've listened to classical while I was stretching and stuff. Like I don't know why, because I'm a weirdo, but that's what I did.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be odd. Country music, I think you could do.
I cannot work out to country music.
No, I can't either. But I feel like people that are super into like the only thing they listen to is country music would probably just listen to more country music.
Do you listen to country when
I would assume? But I mean, like people that
sometimes, but I usually put on like Yin Yang Fun's radio.
Okay, so she's a
well, so that's what I'm saying is like probably like people that they would not listen to anything else except country, regardless of the circumstances. If they're at the gym, they would listen to country. You know what I'm saying?
But you don't like music anyway.
No, not really. Well, I have been doing this thing to where I'm forcing myself to listen to more music. Mostly,
is this after the Skechers thing? Now it's like I must start really doing some life changes here.
No, it's actually a very practical reason why I'm doing it.
Let me hear it.
Is I got a long drive. I got a long commute into work.
Yeah,
right, about an hour, give or take. And normally I listen to podcasts. Most of the podcasts I listen to is interview style, and a lot of times it's they. Like Rogan, which can be anything and everything, all sorts of shit. Sometimes it's comedic. Sometimes I listen to comedy. Most of the time I'm listening to some sort of political podcast, right? Well, I'm going in the morning, and if it's political, which will be about current events or news, it's inherently going to have a negative kind of bent.
That's correct.
Right. It's either going to be something that you're going to be like, fuck, this world sucks. Everything sucks. It infuriates you because
that's why I can't
how can people be so retarded? That kind of thing.
It makes you a little bitter.
It makes you a little bit. It's cynical. And so I'm going in and starting my day with that mentality. Right? I felt like that was like, it's probably not good. Now it's not every. I don't do this every morning. Sometimes I just want some information. I just want to listen to some informational type stuff as I'm going in. I'm not feeling music, but I kind of started to force myself to listen to, at least in the morning, listening to music just to kind of do mood boosters. So I'm definitely not listening to slit your wrist music or anything like that. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm listening to some upbeat shit.
You're ready to kill your fucking parents.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Or, some slow, sad shit where you just want to fucking cry. Like, I'm not listening to that kind of stuff. So that's the reason why lately all my suggestions for everything is all upbeat, like pop, essentially.
Yeah, that's good. I think that's good.
So, I've been doing that. I think it's good. It's a long drive, and so if you're just an hour stewing in negativity,
absolutely,
it's definitely going to affect you.
Speaking of podcasts, I found a new one I've been into. Well, it's been out for a while, but I just found it's called Inside of Me. I know it sounds super bad, I know, but it's not like you think. It's that dude who played Lex Luthor from Smallville, Michael Rosenbaum.
Yeah, he's on that.
Dude, he's got a great show. I stumbled on it because one of my man crushes right now is I'm going to forget his damn name. He's going to be embarrassed when we talk later. We've never spoken. Alan Richardson, the guy from the new Reachers TV series.
Oh, yeah.
The big
Alan Richardson?
Yeah. Richardson. Yeah, anyway. He had a podcast he did with that, and I watched the whole thing. Great show. He's a really cool guy and also wasn't super stable for a while and, just tried to hang himself. He talks about that on the show.
Okay.
He tried to hang himself in his upstairs in his house.
Okay.
He actually did. He had an extension cord and hung himself. He said it wasn't the fact that he worked out, he wouldn't want to get off of it.
Right.
But he talks about that whole thing. But then I was like, the dude had interviewed Steve Amell and all these celebrities, and they just kind of bro it out and really get in the weeds on mental stuff, like all kinds of really cool shit. And their studio is awesome. It's kind of like we're doing right now, but an actual studio. But that's what they do, and it's probably one of the better interview style podcasts I've listened to. They don't get real super political. It's just kind of like a little bro out moment. That's what they do. Just kind of bro out. It's cool.
I guess
I've been really digging it.
I mean, I think people like to listen to that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm glad that they do because that's kind of what we're doing, right?
Correct.
But
I'm just not from Smallville.
Well, I guess it's right, but we're not famous, right? But I guess I don't gravitate toward those particular podcasts because I'd rather just do it.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would love to sit down with these people.
And we do it.
Yeah, but I'd love to have a celebrity in here,
right.
like to really...
So, in my off time or my drive, like I don't want to listen to other people doing something that I already do, and I just rather just do myself.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So whenever I listen to a podcast, it's usually comedians because it's basically watching, impromptu comedy show. Yeah. Right. So I always gravitate toward comedians or the intellectual political type stuff. Yeah. Now that's not always political, but sometimes it's just an intellectual thing, like Jordan Peterson, or I'll pick guests that Rogan has that's like a scientist or something.
Something breaking up a little bit.
Yeah, like that. Something that's informative and informational. I don't like to listen to podcasts of just people just hanging out. Yeah, because I'd rather just do that, and I do it. So I don't get entertainment out of that.
I think I like gravitate towards it more because I don't like being by myself. And I like to bro it out and
so
talk.
It's like you kind of like...
So to me, I'm a part of the conversation. Yeah. Even though they can't hear me. Yeah. But like...
Well, the people tell me that that I know that listen to the podcast, that they'll text me or they'll have conversations with me later acting like we had just talked. Like they feel like that they're in the room while we're having this podcast because they're listening to it.
I've been
told. And they feel like that we've just talked, and I'm just like... Yeah, bro, I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. Yeah. That was, especially if they're like weeks behind.
Yeah, you're like,
and it was about something I don't even fucking remember talking about. I was like, I don't get the reference. It's like, you said it. I was like, I don't remember. it's weird.
Well, Kylie still says like, I'm into this now, and I'll be like, oh, we did say that a lot. Yeah. But yeah, I've got people say something like, or even now they'll come up and they'll be like, where was your episode last week? I'm like, I didn't even know you listened to it. Yeah, I'm like, okay. Yeah, I know. I was like, why do all you people listen but can't help somebody out by like sharing
share
some
10,000 times.
Dicks.
I know. Oh well.
But I think it's probably why I gravitate towards those. I like
that makes sense.
And I've wanted to do an interview style an episode. Like I've always wanted to do like to sit down and like.
By the way, you have started a thing.
What do I do
amongst
now?
My friend group. So the Core 4, they now call me whenever they're just sitting doing nothing. They're like waiting in the airport or they're like driving home or whatever. They just call me like, hey, what's going on?
See?
Like, what's going on with you, man?
I don't know how I started that.
Don't get me wrong. Like we chat for a while because I'm at...
Well, I've called like, you. You and I have talked for 45 minutes. I don't even know it.
I don't initiate a lot of phone calls.
You don't at all.
But when people do call me, I'm a chatterbox.
Right. I know. That's why. But you don't initiate the call.
I don't initiate the call. And so, I
actually got to talk to you about this.
So my initial shock when people call me and then they're calling about nothing, I'm like, what's happening? And then obviously we go off on these tangents and subjects and stuff like that. But I'm initially shocked by it. Like, why did you call me? Oh, you're just bored? Okay.
Well, people are... You think? I don't think that was. I don't know if that's because of me. It may be. I'm glad it is.
It is you because my buddy Drew said that he's like I'm doing a Josh when he was on his commute back from work.
That's right.
He told me what he was doing.
That's good.
And now he does it all the time. It's great.
What it is because what's this big? Well, it's funny you say it because like I'll call my friend that tattoos me and she gets weirded out when I call because she always thinks it's an emergency because nobody calls.
What kind of tattoo emergency would you have?
I didn't. She thinks it's an emergency because we're friends. We've been friends a long time.
What kind of emergency would there be?
She just thought, I don't know. And I was just like, she's like,
my tattoo is falling off.
She's like, hello. I'm like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, everything's cool. I was like, I don't like to text. Like, I like to call. People are so weird when you call. Yeah. Not saying you, but I've called people and they're just like, I'm like, have you never fucking talked on the phone?
Yeah. What? You're just you're like a man out of time.
Everyone, that's what I do on my drives. Like I'll go through my
Steve Rogers. You've been frozen in the ice for 40 years.
Fuck, I wish
70 years, Steve and then you de-thawed, and the entire world is different than when you imagined.
I told Kyle the other day, I wish I had a flip phone where it could just text and call. But
beat it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like and that's funny. They started doing. I pulled a Josh.
Yeah,
I'm bored. I'm gonna call Zach.
Yeah, they do it all the time, which is great.
I still call everybody. I've been in the middle of a text and just like, fuck, I'm calling. But dude, I miss the days like.
Well, I'll do that whenever.
I miss the days like after 9 you could talk for free. Like we all talked on the phone. Like you talk to girls, your friends, everybody's still on the phone. We'd run that cordless out till that bitch died. Mom used to get pissed when we wouldn't put it back on the charger.
Yeah.
I miss those days, man.
I've had some super long conversations on the phone, but
yeah.
I don't know. I would rather just use text to initiate a hangout.
Of course.
Exchanging information for whatever reason, and then let's just meet up and do it in person. It's just better.
That's true.
Right, is what I'd rather do instead of just doing phone calls. I don't know.
I think a lot of friends are not great at initiating calls.
No.
Like I don't know. I've battled this for a while now. Like where it's like I've got a small group of friends, anyways, but I won't hear from people. And I'm like, I don't know if people just don't think about it, or they just get so busy in what they're doing and just forget completely about it. Mm-hmm. But like I got friends that'll go for weeks, months, and I won't fucking hear from them.
People just get busy in life and they just forget about time. They're doing their daily thing day in and day out. That you look up and you're like, oh fuck, I haven't talked to such and such in like 2 months. Like it just happens.
It comes quick.
But like from my perspective though, is I feel like I rarely actually have to initiate.
You don't anymore
because
you're welcome.
Well, I know because eventually someone's just going to call me or text me anyway. So I just kind of enjoy the time in between where I got the solitude because I'm very much a 50-50 extrovert introvert type.
That's true.
Like I get I've talked about this before. I have a social well. When that fucking thing is empty, I'm out. Peace. They used to call me Houdini back in college.
I've seen you.
So I just fucking
off.
Disappear.
Yeah.
Right. When that thing hits 0, I don't care where I'm at, what I'm doing, who I'm with, what my driving situation is. I'm out the door. I'm gone. I'm out. So, and then it's got to fill up, and it takes a couple days. So.
See, my well is tiny for being alone. My well is like a bucket. I have a 5-gallon bucket.
It's like a thimble
of be alone.
Yeah, mine's the local water tower. Right.
It gets worse when it's getting worse too as I get older.
So whenever I don't feel the need to constantly like check up with people because that in between time. If I just don't do it, eventually in a couple of days, someone's texting me or calling me to do something. And so I'm like, okay, hey, I'm good. So I know that's the reason I generally don't have to initiate a whole bunch.
Yeah.
Now it's changed a little bit as I've gotten older. Everybody's gotten older. They've got more responsibilities, family, kid, and all this kind of stuff. That now I feel like I have to initiate a little bit more. But honestly, it's still the same because if I initiate all the time to try to compensate for that, they are busy doing their thing.
Yeah.
So, it's not like they can go out every weekend or
I'm glad
whatever.
They're calling more now. That makes me happy. That's hilarious.
They do that. Well, I think that's the only reason why I really kind of keep social media around is because we communicate through those apps a lot.
Yeah, and that was one of the things I had to kind of let go because I was quite a chatterbox on there. Like I had a lot of, but I don't know, man. I was just like, I just need to get away from it. I could not besides hyping up people that I don't know that well or hype up these companies or whatever. It's like, fuck, that's really all I was doing. And then you message and annoy people and all this stuff. And it's just like, I can't sit back and be like, besides meeting and talking to some cool people and stuff, I was like, my day to day on it's not bringing me really any joy.
You don't get anything out of it.
No, because it's exactly right. I'm not creating anything. I'm not, this is our creative out, but I'm not for myself. Other than that, I'm like, I don't need this.
And I don't post. So
I wasn't posting. And then people's like all these pictures. I have all these pictures saved.
Right.
I just need to that's 25 hours a week one time I had. It's a part-time job. I need to refocus in on some other things. Be more, what's the word? Be more involved in what's happening around me instead of
present.
Thank you. That's it. Yeah. Instead of, like you said, I'd fucking scroll for hours. I don't even know it. 2 hours go by. I was like, what time is it?
Well, I have if you could pinpoint one character flaw of mine, it would be procrastination.
Oh,
right
social
there with
media
makes it so much fucking worse.
Oh, I'm lazy as shit.
It's bad. So I put off stuff all the time that I need to be doing.
I have been, this new work schedule,
Like your bushes.
I have been doing, so I'm on the whole student of Dave Ramsey. I have been the last couple months, but like my days off and stuff, I've been like, whatever needs to be done in the house. Like I've been trying to keep myself so occupied so I won't shop. And I've just been trying to be like, what can I do here?
Yeah.
He's gonna eventually.
Well, I try to get up.
I'm eventually going to snap.
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, I try to get up like on the weekends or whenever I'm not working, like I'm going to work.
My dad said I'm weird now.
I get up and do the same thing.
Yeah, he told me that the other day.
Why did he say you're weird?
He said I'm just weird now. I know. He said you got some shit going on. I don't know.
Well, because you're not like.
I don't know. Well, I go through weird like. I guess like mood swings. I just go through different shit, and I may be fucked up.
Are you have another midlife crisis?
I don't think so. I think I'll have another one when I turn 40. I think like. I think I will have another one. I think it'll hit harder than that one. But I think I'll be a little more prepared for it. But yeah, I think I will. Like I say I won't, but I probably will. I think it's just my personality. So I think I will. But yeah, I don't know. I just go weird shit, man. I'll have like.
I'm like 3.5 years away from mine.
Like I don't know. It's not really like a mortality thing. Like that's what usually people get to. They get older. Like I wish I would accomplish more. Like I'm halfway through this life. It's not like, I don't know if it's like that. It's just a weird, you just had to have one. I had one when I turned 30 and I don't know why people think it was fucking nuts, but.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really think much about age. People do all sorts of shit at all.
Oh yeah. And it's not old. Like it's just I don't know. I'm just a weirdo.
The only thing that I have the baby in the back of my head in reference to age and, having any kind of crisis, which is not the word I would use, but is, if I was to have kids right now, I'd be an old fucking parent. That's the only thing I think.
Yeah, but man,
is like when they're 18, I'm going to be.
Yeah, but now the thing is, dude, people are waiting later to have kids. Like,
but then I think about that, and I was like, it doesn't really matter anyway.
It doesn't. It doesn't. Like, there's a certain age you're like, you probably shouldn't, because it's not fair to the child if their dad can't be around. What is like Al Pacino just had a kid?
Yeah, dude's 80.
The fuck are you doing?
Yeah, he's an asshole.
Like,
for that.
You do know you won't see your kid walk to graduate.
He's a
like
for that.
You're going to be dead.
Right.
Sorry. Right. That's a fact. You're just not going to live that long. I'm sorry, man.
Right.
Add 20 years.
Yeah, exactly. He may not make it through her pregnancy. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck. It's ridiculous.
It's true, dude. Hollywood's lost his fucking mind.
And have you seen that? Like, he looks like he's not like a. He
looks like a vampire.
Disgusting.
Yeah, he's old. I can't believe however they got that out of there. I mean, hats off to you, I guess. Right. But what would she want to do with him?
He looks like he died last year and they reanimated
him. It's like death sucking on a lifesaver. Yes. Why would you be attracted to that? I think you're a liar.
Well, it's got to be either.
Hell, the last 10 years he's looked 90.
Well, it's got to be money. It's got to be the money and fame. Like,
I don't know,
she
dude.
Gets that out of it. Obviously.
You can't literally tell me like I'm attracted to him. No, you're not. No, you're not.
Some people
bullshit.
I think there are some people that legit actually have that, and it is a deviation. Like it is a perversion of your sexual desire. Obviously,
it's ageism
to have that. Because I mean, it's the same. Like there's. Are
you sitting crisscross applesauce right now?
Yeah, I'm kind of uncomfortable in this chair.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't roll out the red carpet.
Like it's nice for like relaxing or whatever. But like I'm trying to I don't know. I keep wanting to. Yeah, I'm trying to engage, and so I'm like,
sit the fuck back. You're fine. I can hear you.
Trying to sit up on the edge and just get up on you like this. I don't know what to do. I don't know.
You just need to relax, lay back.
I think it's just because this thing is.
It's
whatever.
I know it's not a studio, but you know what? Damn it, it's a chair.
I need in a chair. That's better.
We'll switch seats now because I could just lay back in that bitch. It's fine.
We'll switch next time.
That's fine.
Actually, I still have those rolly chairs over at my house. I have to bring them over here.
Don't bring all of them.
No, we'll just one. I'll bring one of them. The one that I think was yours.
She was like, "Don't bring all that shit over here."
Because we do it out in the garage.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, it's fine.
But anyway, what I was saying about I think some people do have perversions in their, sexual desires.
Yeah, I think
there are legit women that like these old. It's like the same reason some guys like huge, humongous women. Like 300-400 pounds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it's more of a challenge. That's why it's a challenge for them. They're like, I wonder if I can move her. That's probably what it is. I'm just saying. It's like when people hunt bear. You know what I mean? Most dangerous game.
It's like if I want sex, then I have to move this person.
That's what I'm saying. Right. Or like challenge to like even undress them.
Right.
I mean, that big.
Exactly. Like it, right. It's like, I need to lift this fridge before I have
like
sex.
it'd be like moving a bear's paw. Like I got to move like, you know, when they hunt bear and they kill, they're like, it took 2 men to move its arm. Probably the same thing.
Yeah.
Could be.
I heard there was this one girl that I came across on I think
on Tinder,
Insta, or maybe it was Twitter or something. But this she was a very attractive girl, and she was a straight up chubby chaser. And her ideal guy had to be minimum 300 pounds.
Fuck.
She was into the big
That's
dudes.
a man.
And here's what she said. She said she liked about really big dudes is she liked boosting their confidence. She got off on like boosting their confidence.
That's kind of sweet.
Does that make? I mean, it's.
You think she's just doing her part
for
the world?
When she put it that way, I was like, okay. So obviously it's not a physical thing that she's like attracted to.
Brings her joy.
It's something else there.
You know, it's kind of fucked up a little bit.
Makes sense. Huh?
You think that's kind of fucked up a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit, 100%.
I don't know. Like, I mean, I've seen older women that are attractive, but I haven't been like, like, you know, I don't.
Well, I think that so specifically about the overweight thing, like especially 300 pounds, you're putting yourself in an early grave when you're that big.
Yeah, you're a liability,
right? And so if you have a partner that is encouraging that, that's a problem.
We need you to be bigger.
Right, exactly. And they're actively making you bigger. Like, that's not good. Right? It's one thing if you came that way and they were like, you know, as long as you should lose some weight because you need to be healthier, but they didn't care that much about how big you were, that's probably fine. But if they're like, you must be 300 pounds or I won't fuck you, you know, that's no. Right. That's you're a bad person. I'm sorry.
You said she was hot?
Yeah, she was attractive. Very attractive.
That's weird.
She was thin, hot as fuck.
Weird.
And she was into 300-pound dudes. Because she liked boosting their confidence. So obviously it was...
So just date ugly men.
Well, obviously, when you think about that, it's obviously a narcissistic thing about her.
Yes.
Right?
Actually...
That she gets off
Hold on
this.
now. How much time do we have?
It's like a power game.
What are we at right now?
Not much.
How much do we have left?
It's 20, less than 20.
All right, let me ask you this. Have you ever seen... Guy's going to get pissed. Have you ever seen or been out like a restaurant or coffee shop and you saw a woman that was working, or you've talked to before, like just because you've been there a bunch or whatever, and she's not super attractive, but she's really sweet, and you'd be like, I'd like to kind of like take her out and like spoil her, and like, because she's probably like not somebody you would normally traditionally take out, or you wouldn't be super attractive, but you'd feel good taking them out, almost like spoiling them in a kind of a way. It's kind of fucked up, but like, has that that's never crossed your mind to like boost your own, like to feel like, you know what I mean?
Well,
I don't know why you're laughing.
Well, because I'm thinking like, what number, what on the scale would I have to talk to for that to work in my situation? Because like I'm 5 right there in the middle, right? So I have to be talking to a goddamn lagoon creature. A fucking swamp donkey. Like, you know what? I think I want to boost the swamp donkey's spirits by taking her out. Like, no.
I think 5 is a little harsh, Zach. Jesus Christ, dude. I don't know, because like, I guess I've been in situations where I'm like, you know,
a pity date.
It's like a pity date. It's fucked up, but
that's what you're talking about.
Fucked up, but yeah, that's
talking about a pity date.
I'm not talking about like a sexual thing. It's just like
I get pity dated. I don't pity date.
I'm just saying, like I've had moments where I was like, I would take them out for dinner and stuff and have a great time, just to like, I don't know. But so I kind of get.
I feel like it's kind of fucked up. I feel like it's a little false. Fucked up. That's a false hope.
Of course
kind of
it
thing, is what you're providing that person.
It absolutely is. But like, I get the idea.
They would be thinking like, oh my god, he's so out of my league. What is happening?
Right.
Well, you know, I must have a great personality. Like he really.
But the whole night they'd be so psyched about it.
They'd be so jazzed about it.
Yeah.
And then whenever you inevitably leave the pity date, don't call them back.
Right.
Then it's like just a dagger in the soul.
It's fucked up. I know. But it would make me feel good for doing
right,
that.
So it's
providing a service.
So it's all about you.
That's right. That's why I'm kind of like, I kind of get it.
Right. So that's why that girl that likes the 300-pound dudes, when she said that,
it makes sense.
I was like, it makes sense.
As long as she owns
about
it.
Her.
If you own it, like she did, I totally get it.
Exactly. It's like those people that are feeders.
What is that?
So it's in the same vein where
Wait, what?
It's the same vein as chubby chasers, to where they like to feed their partner until they become like straight up. I've seen.
What's that? Is this on?
It's a real thing to where they get so big they can't like take care of themselves, to where they're now dependent on that person, and so they're enabling this behavior, and so that's what feeders are.
I got it right here. It's on Urban Dictionary.
Right.
It's a don't look up the feeder. That's a gay man thing. It's really bad. Here's the first one. Usually a male who likes to encourage weight gain in his partner through the consumption of food. Feeders different from FAs. While an FA is attracted to big girls, a feeder gets turned on by making a thin girl fat.
Yeah, and actually,
or a big girl even bigger.
And they actually feed them. Like sometimes they legit actually shove food in their mouths.
So an FAS is that's not one.
I don't know what FAS is. What is that?
Fucking awesome syndrome. Hold on. Listen to this. You want to hear a really bad one? There's such thing as a gay feeder. You guys want to hear what that is?
Kind of.
It's on Urban Dictionary. I'm going to tell you anyways. It's a gay man who ejaculates into the mouth of his partner, expecting him to swallow the semen.
Oh, jeez. Like a baby bird. That's gross.
Dude, Urban Dictionary is horrible.
I actually have an Urban Dictionary entry, and it's like the number one thing. I cannot remember the fucking term. I came up with a thing, put it on Urban Dictionary, and I was the only one, because I was unique. And it's in Urban Dictionary, but I cannot fucking remember what it was.
There's some horrible ones in there. There's some bad stuff in there. It's fun, though.
I'll have to look it up.
We did it the other night. We were looking up, like, ball washer and other kinds of weird shit. It's so funny. What? With the neighbors, we were cracking up in the basement.
Oh, yeah, we got our Urban Dictionary is wild. Actually, I told there was someone I know, we were joking about mouth hugs.
What's a mouth hug?
What?
Okay.
Shall I look it up?
Well, yeah, you can. Well, so this is the story: is that someone would say something like, "Oh, do they need a hug?" I'm like, "Yeah, I need a mouth hug." Right?
Am I getting that dick in? Yeah, okay, I know that. I'm not dumb.
Exactly. Right. And so I would say mouth hug a lot, and this person.
It's an endearing term used to describe fellatio.
Right. Well, they thought that it meant like if you picture like two people making out, it looks like two mouths hugging.
It does. Yeah.
Right. So that's what they thought. That was like, oh, kissing is so sweet. Right. Well, so every time that we would use that phrase, mouth hug, this person would also repeat mouth hug, but in like they were thinking it's making out. The whole time we're like, the fuck? Because we knew it was about giving a blowjob. And so finally let the cat out of the bag, and then of course this person was horrified that was using mouth hug.
I like that.
In that way.
A mouth hug.
It is dirty, but yeah. Yeah, I like mouth hugs.
Yeah, mouth hugs are cool.
Who doesn't like either one? The
making out
PG version or the R version.
They're both cool.
They're both awesome.
They are both really cool.
Look over here.
I didn't look over there. I didn't look over there at all.
Well, I guess we could end the episode on mouth hugs.
Yeah, end it on mouth hugs. That's fine. Give your partners mouth hugs.
I wish you all
guys.
mouth hugs.
I wish you all great big mouth hugs.
Give each other mouth hugs. You know, return the favor.
You know what I mean?
Give it back.
Give back. It gives a lot. You should give some.
Right, exactly. Don't be selfish. You know, spread it around.
Spread your hugs.
All right, well, let's get out of here. Like, subscribe, share.
Yeah. Email us.
Comment.
Text us. Call us. Win a date with Zach.
Right. That.
Did your friends love that?
100%. The whole raffle thing. My buddy when he called me, he was like, when he heard about the raffle thing, he was like, immediately in his head, he was like, oh, we're going to like impersonate women and try in order to get win the raffle with no, it was Drew. Getting the raffle with Zach, and then I mentioned it's like, well, all my friends are going to put in entries as girls, and he was like, oh, he knew.
Oh, of course
he knew already.
I still like how Scott about the flip flops was hilarious.
Oh yeah, he immediately hit
fuck
me
you guys. I
that.
do that.
Yeah,
we're like, you're going to get raped.
Exactly.
Your
chances of getting raped are higher than mine.
You're walking a thin line. You're at 75% right now. All right, we'll catch y'all next time.
All right, peace.